They were lying third, but if they win this, they could take the gold. Oksana and Evgeni performed that as well as they did in Copenhagen. Very bright, a very jazzy, a very show-busy number. But
that is better than Usova and Zulin. If the artistic impression mark matches that, they will be the Olympic champions. 6 from Russia, 5-9, 5-9. They've done it. They have taken the Olympic title. Torval and Dean finished with the bronze. There's a variation there. The British judge had them third, the Belarusian judge had them third, and the judge from Ukraine had them third, but the majority have made them the Olympic champions of 1994 in ice dancing. We will never know what might have happened had Jane and Chris stayed with their hugely difficult technical program. The judgment in Copenhagen affected them. They felt they had to make changes. I've just had the impression, and it's only a personal feeling, that that went slightly against the grain of what they truly believed. Each couple did their best, but in the end, it's the newer Russians who have been the most successful.
Olympiske mestere og gullmedaljevinnere.
Olympic champions and winners of the gold medals, champion olympique vainqueur de la médaille d'or.
Oksana Grishuk Evgeni Platov, Rusland.
Oksana Grishuk, 22 years old. He is 26. It's been written in one or two places that they are married. He is married, but not to her. He's married to a leading actress in Russia. They've been third in the Worlds, they've been second in the World Championship. Now they are the Olympic champions.
Nummer 2 og sølvmedaljevinnere.
Number 2 and winners of the silver medal, deuxième et vainqueur de la médaille d'argent.
Maya Usova, Alexander Chulin, Rusland.
Not to be for the reigning world champions. She 29, he 30. Much of their time these days spent in Lake Placid. The world champions surpassed by their countrymen when it came to the Olympic Games. Been huge competition between these two
Nummer
couples.
3 og bronsemedaljevinnere.
Number 3 and winners of the bronze medal, troisième et vainqueur des médailles de bronze.
Shane Torvald, Christopher Dean, Great Britain.
After a gap of 10 years, they make it back to the Olympic rostrum. That in itself is a huge achievement. Jill Chenry leading the applause, and everyone is standing. There is no doubt this crowd wanted to see them at the top of the podium for a second time 10 years on. But they've returned to grace the sport in which they have set the standards for others to follow. Taking the disappointment which they must feel, so they wouldn't come back unless they felt they had a real chance for gold. They had that.
The medals will be presented by IOC member in Russia, IOC Vice President Mr. Vitaly Smirnov.
Medals being held by Jan-Erik
La remise
Sturholt,
des médailles est assurée
who
par
took the
membre
gold
du
medal
CIO,
at 1500 meters in the speed skating competition at Innsbruck in 1976.
Blomstene overrekkes av ISU-president Mr. Lawrence Demi.
The flowers will be presented by ISU Vice President Mr. Lawrence Demi.
Britain's Lawrence
La
Demi
remise des fleurs est
present the
assurée
flowers.
par
Don't think he made any secret of his hopes for Jane and Chris to be the
Medaljebærer
recipients.
tidligere olympisk mester
Medals
Jan
presented
Egil
by Vitaly
Storholt.
Smirnov, the IOC member from Russia.
Olympic champion Mr. Jan-Erik Storholt. L'ex-médaille d'or, Monsieur Jan-Egil Storholt, nous assiste avec les médailles.
Delay as the Russian member of the IOC, one of the vice presidents, and the gold medal round the neck of the pretty Oksana Grishuk. He was actually born in Odessa, in Ukraine. He in Moscow. Tulips from Lawrence Demi. He's had to battle with knee injury, Evgeni Platov. It's said that he may not continue for much longer because of that problem. As Torval and Dean have to wait. Silver around the neck of Maya Usova. These two are married to each other. Weren't able to follow Klimova and Ponomarenko, Bestemianova and Bukin, the two couples who won since Jane and Chris took the gold medals in Sarajevo. But in years to come, people will look at the record books in amazement. How could they come back 10 years on and again take Olympic medals? Not the colour that they had hoped for, but the reception that they are receiving makes clear their place at the top of ice dancing. They have achieved so much for that sport, and to come back after that gap to be with the younger Russians is some achievement. Maybe if they'd had a little bit longer and hadn't been so technical at the start. Sport is full of maybes, but it is a delight to see them there. But this time they have to give best to the Russians.
Vi får nasjonalsangen.
And yet again, for the third time in the four disciplines, still the ladies' event to come, the anthem at the figure skating is Russian.
That's the Olympic ice dance competition. Final thought from you, Robin Cousins, on what you've seen tonight?
A very entertaining, some wonderful skating and a very interesting evening.
And very, very good champions.